So in today's video, we're going to be taking apart and completely rebuilding this pair of engineer boots from Biltbuck. They are lot number 269 in Black Steerhide. The reason I have a laptop today is because at the time of filming this, we had a baby about 2 weeks ago and I haven't had much sleep, so I am struggling to remember all of the information. So these particular pair of boots are a T-core Steerhide leather, which means they are essentially brown leather, but with a black finish applied on top. So as you wear them and that top finish starts to rub off, you get the brown undertones coming through, so you get a particularly nice patina over time. These have also got Japanese steel roller buckles. They have got a Goodyear welt, oak bark tanned heavy midsole, oak bark tanned stacked heel, Japanese steel shanks, and neat double stitching throughout. The reason for mentioning some of that stuff was because this particular customer actually sent me 2 pairs of boots. He sent me a pair of engineers, but these are by Chippewa and are inferior in pretty much every single way. I'm not bashing them, they're still very nice boots, they're still Goodyear welted, but these are much nicer. The differences between the two: stitch count. So the welts themselves have got a much higher stitch count on here, which is perceived to be nicer. It definitely looks nicer. The stitch count on the overall stitching throughout the boot is much lower on the Chippewas, and it appears to have been done with a round needle as opposed to a diamond point needle. That diamond point needle offsets the stitches so they run like that in parallel, allows you to have a higher stitch count without it starting to look bulky. Biltbucks have got leather footbeds, they have got leather midsoles, everything about them is probably leather. I haven't taken them apart yet, so I cannot confirm, and it didn't say on the website, but I cannot confirm what that heel counter is made out of. It seems like they have got an unstructured toe, so I'm not going to find anything in there, I don't think. But yeah, the heel area is probably going to be leather, given the price point of the boots. These do not have leather, other than here. They have got compressed paper footbeds. They have got, I think it's an EVA foam midsole. They do have Vibram outsoles, which is very nice. There is no leather in the heel whatsoever. That is just a slab of rubber. So yes. These boots have been sent in to have a stacked leather heel added, so I'll be taking that rubber block off. These haven't had much wear at all, so I'll just take that rubber block off. I will stack some leather on there and shape it so that they do resemble the heels on the Biltbucks. So that's enough talking, and I shall get started on taking these things apart. that is everything on this pair of Biltbuck engineer boots. What was a reasonable sized job at the beginning turned into quite a large job, with the footbeds having to be replaced because they had cracked. There was a lot of work carried out in this, and I should have covered it earlier in the video at the time so you could see what it is that I'm talking about. So what these boots have actually had is new leather footbeds, they have had new steel shanks, they have had a new canvas rib or gemming, fresh cork, they have had new flat welts in black, and that has been stitched to a leather midsole with white stitches, and then they have had the Vibram mini lug half sole on there, a stacked full grain leather heel, and the original Biltbuck heels that the customer had had fitted just before they were sent in to me. So I actually swapped them across, so the left heel is on the right boot and the right heel is on the left boot. And that's because he'd done maybe a few days and there was a small amount of wear on the outside edge. So by swapping them around, that wear is now on the inside edge and the heels are effectively fresh and he can wear them down. I think I covered it at the very start of this video, but these are the first pair of Biltbuck attraction engineer boots that I have had in here, and I can honestly say that they were a pleasure to work on. The workmanship on these boots is fantastic. Everything about them is very, very nice and well made with very good materials. So this customer also sent in a pair of Chippewas and they are absolutely fine, but they are nothing in comparison to a pair of these. But that is reflected in the price. These are probably 4 times the price of these. So that's everything on these boots. As always, I will include a link in the description below which can take you to our website, where you will find a half sole and stacked leather heel package to look like this, and you will also find in the description below that I have put a discount code to get you 10% off of all shoe repairs ordered through the website. So I'll see you in the next one.